Oh boy, TikTok, you done goofed. You don't want to pay up to UMG and all the other record labels. You want to pay them pennies on pennies on pennies on the dollars. You're making Spotify look good? That's when you know you done goofed. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John. I wanted to talk a little bit about this TikTok situation, not because I know much of anything about the platform, as somebody who absolutely refuses to get anywhere near it because I think it's a cancer on our society. I think it's worth talking about because music is being pulled from there from like 40% of the world's music. And what do I mean by that? Universal Music Group. They make up almost 40% of worldwide music in terms of ownership and partnerships, and just the artists that they have signed, or else they have the rights to their past work. To give you an idea of how broad of a scope we're talking about here, Olivia Rodrigo, Metallica, Sleep Token, Taylor Swift, BTS, Guns N' Roses, Linkin Park, Blink-182, all of those and thousands more have been pulled from the platform overnight, just like that, gone into the void. TikTok is a platform that clearly thrives on having music available officially and legally. Those snippets that range from 15 to 60 seconds of songs are made available by the record labels in hopes that this is a marketing tool, that hey, if it gets used in a lot of sounds on TikTok, then maybe the song will blow up. And it's been effective, but it's getting harder and harder to do, becoming more pay to play at this point. I fucking loathe the thought of pay to play because it makes me think of all of the small bands out there struggling, working their asses off, trying to tour the country, and so many venues just trying to take even more of their money, pay to play, or else we're taking this huge cut of your merch sales. And yeah, I mean, Willie Nelson stepped in and did a little something about that, but that doesn't apply to everyone or every band in every country or every venue. Universal Music Group penned an open letter talking about the TikTok situation, where they focused on the fact that TikTok pays nothing and they wanted to pay even less, which is just insane. They're talking about it being comparable, their original deal, to that of Spotify and other platforms, but they're trying to pay even less, despite TikTok arguably being the biggest thing in our entire world right now. They want to pay less than what they paid the original time. The original deal was struck years ago when TikTok was valued far lower, and now, thanks to COVID, the pandemic, this thing just boomed, and they want to pay even less. Ain't that the mentality of billionaires, man? I love that Universal wasn't afraid to play hardball here, and maybe it's just because I'm having a little bit of good grace towards them and their family. I mean, the films they've been putting out recently, the things that they've been giving money to, like Oppenheimer. I'm feeling generous, okay, for UMG. I'm feeling good about this billionaire because they're playing ball for me. In all seriousness, this is a big deal because it could be a domino chain effect here, because UMG doing it, that could speak to Sony, to Warner, the other big labels globally, to start pulling their music from TikTok. And if they don't have the rights to the music, then what are people supposed to make their dance routines to? Oh my God, I didn't think of the children. I saw some poor misguided souls that desperately need to touch grass saying things like, oh, but my aesthetic is ruined because the audio has been removed from my entire TikTok account. All I did was use music from Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo, and now they're nowhere to be found. Sorry, but you won't be lapping up that yummy live performance anytime soon. Justin Bieber is gone as well. They've all hit the exit door stage left, and I don't see them coming back anytime soon unless TikTok and their parent company ByteDance actually come back to the negotiating table with a more than reasonable, generous offer. I, for one, am hoping this doesn't happen and that this is the start of the end for TikTok, because YouTube early on, they had these struggles. It was clear that the platform was not going to make it without Google stepping in to purchase them and help them deal with these legal hurdles of stuff being uploaded to their site. And now the platform is thriving. In fact, it struck major deals for YouTube Shorts and many of their other types of formats, longer videos with all of the major labels. What's also concerning that Universal talked about in their open letter is that the rise of AI and TikTok not doing anything about that or to keep their users and their privacy just safe, or at the very least, like a little barrier, puts something up. TikTok says no, because obviously divisiveness, craziness, just outlandishness sells. Look at all of these face reconstructive surgeries. All of the crazy shit that is on that platform gets the most attention. Social media is already becoming the downfall of our society, the downfall of intelligence. It gets rid of any sort of critical thinking that one might do. Instead, it breeds this herd mentality, a hive mind, or a sheep following the shepherd right off the cliff. Universal says that they're never going to do that. They're never going to back down to TikTok. We will always fight for our artists and songwriters and stand up for the creative and commercial value of music. Okay, fine. PR statement, saving face, trying to be the hero in this situation. But again, I'm gonna let them because my disdain and pure hatred for TikTok and just the evil that is the corporation behind it just knows no bounds. That definitely trumps this. Speaking of Trump, if he's more popular than Taylor Swift, does that mean Trump is more popular than TikTok? Let's be honest. Everyone here is just playing hardball for the sake of money. Where is the bag? How do I get the bag? And how do I kind of pin this person into giving me the bag, which is what UMG is trying to do in this metaphorical thumb war here? I think Universal might just take the dub here because, let's be honest, TikTok, they've never been good at bending to anybody else's will or following any sort of rules or ethical guidelines. So I'm hoping that they just continue trying to play it off and say, oh, we don't need Universal. Just watch your user base dwindle. Watch people go to other platforms like YouTube. And please, let's just let this be the start of a slow, painful death. Thank you guys for watching. There's a link to the sources in the description down below. Please drop a like, and remember, this was just my opinion, so share yours in the comments section, and check out some of my recent videos on screen. Other than that, I'll be back soon for more on Beyond ARTV.